How y'all doing today? Pretty good day. Looks like the sun's going to stay out there. I like that. Well, before we get to our big news, I don't want to miss the opportunity to give a shout out to those people who just stand out in the crowd and really need to have a light shined on them because they want that light. Because they still do stupid shit. Yesterday it was Ralph Shorty up in Oklahoma. Senator, I think. State senator. Anyway, he's one of them guys, you know. He's a good Christian man. And he's been involved in some bills about, you know, the important issues in life. You know, transgender bathrooms, gay marriage, and, you know, important stuff that's going to impact the world. You moron. Yeah, he's in the news. What's he in the news for? Some great thing he did? No, I don't think so. Seems to me he got caught in a motel with a 16 or 17-year-old boy. Man's been married a long time, got kids. Rails against that gay stuff. But he's found in a motel with a boy. They found him because the boy's parents seen some text messages from him that were very suspicious and caused them to call 911, try to track this man down, and they found him right there in the motel room. There's another one of them hypocrites. They say Christian, but it's pronounced hypocrite. Because they out there doing all the stuff that they get up there in their pulpit and yell and rail and scream about and, you know, tell you you're going to go to hell and all that shit. Yep, that guy. So a big shout out to Shorty there. Boy howdy. Oklahoma, kick his butt out. Kick his butt out. And if you're a Christian, stop that shit. Care for the poor. Take care of the sick. You remember all that stuff? I know y'all are out eating shrimp every week, so I know all them rules in the Bible don't really mean squat to you. Anyway, seen the big dance last night. No, not Trump. We'll get to him in a minute. No, this was old Tom Price, you know, Secretary of Health and Human Services. Health and Human Services. I don't think so. You don't give a shit about people's health, and you don't even care about human services. No, he's a very articulate fella, I'll give him that. Very well spoken. Sounds a lot better than I do. But he danced around last night around every question he was thrown at. I watched his TV program last night. And the only thing was missing was a band in the background to watch him dance. Are you shitting me? Everything they threw at him, he made it sound like, oh yeah, well we're going to do good. And in the translation it meant you're going to get screwed. Unless you're rich. Because I see they're describing this health care plan as a reverse Robin Hood. Steal from the poor and give to the rich. You reckon the Republicans ever done that before? I think so. I think it's their general idea all over the place. You know, screw the poor and take the money. He was coming up with all sorts of crap, but he hit on that Planned Parenthood when somebody asked him, or what about that Planned Parenthood you're defunding? Because that program gives a lot of services to women around this country. They're not just in there for the abortions, you morons. You can't get that out of your head. Throw the baby out with the bathwater and everything else you all can't think straight on. Even though there's already a law in the books preventing federal government money from being spent on abortions. Forget that. We're going to shut down all of Planned Parenthood so we can make sure. Because, you know, if you give them money, well, that means they can move some of their other money over here and spend on abortions. And it's all the same money. That's what he said. Sort of like, you remember when this guy, before he was Secretary of Health and Human Services, he's senator. And what was he in the news for? Well, he got caught in the stock market insider trading there when he's fixing to vote on a bill that he knows is going to, give some business to some prescription drug companies and stuff. Big pharma. Yep. So he made his investment. And then when time comes, just about a month or so later, he voted on that, and he made a shitload of money. That guy. Because that's what he is, a crook. And it's about the money. Don't ever forget that. Everything we talk about is about the money. Now, he went on to talk about stuff, and my ear picked up a little bit because, there's things that people talk about that I go, whoa, wait a minute, buddy. I've experienced that crap. And it was talking about when you have insurance, but something happens and you lose your insurance, you can't make the payment that month, or maybe you change your job, whatever the reason is that you lose your insurance. If you go more than 60 days, well, the insurance company can charge you a 30% fine penalty for not having insurance when you sign up with them. 30%. You think that goes to the government for a fine? No, that goes to the insurance companies. More money. More money. So if you struggle around and you lose your insurance, and just like that car insurance shit. If you don't have insurance, well, you're up the shit creek without a paddle. It's going to cost you a whole lot more. And that's just ridiculous. Folks are getting a fine. You got to make choices. We talk about that stuff. Sometimes the choices aren't hard, and they're not easy. They're 30%. That goes to them insurance companies. That's probably part of that 30% he was talking about. Disposable income that you should spend on your health care. And like that other guy said, don't buy that iPhone. Don't buy any other luxury thing in your life, because that's all disposable income, and you should be spending it on your health care and all that stuff. Yeah, I'd like to give a big wave to that guy. He's a bum. When they shut down all them Planned Parenthood things, he said that clinics were just going to spring up all over the country. Yep, spring up all over the country. Are you shitting me? Hang around them liars too long, Speaking of liars, how's our president doing last night on his little trip around the country there with his little circus parade thing going on? I seen a picture somebody took there. He's up there at the podium speaking, and in the background, half them seats are empty. So he's getting less and less popular in my book every day. Every day. Because those Republicans up on the Hill, they have to come out every day, grinding a whole list of them, dancing around what he says and all this stuff. They make him look like a fool with his wiretapping thing. Got that in the news, all that stuff we was talking about, his taxes. Yeah, in the meantime, he signed an executive order giving his department heads 60 days to come up with a plan to reorganize the executive branch. You know what that means? The executive branch. The EPA, energy, state. Right down the list. Well, he wants to reorganize them. That's code for shut them down. And that's exactly what he's done. He's given them 6 months. That's a rush, baby. That's a rush. That's a rush to get this stuff done before we kick his ass out. To do as much damage as he can do before we impeach his butt. Bannon said it. He's going to dismantle this country, and he's doing it. That's what's happening while we're all talking about this wiretap shit. Wiretap. Now, he didn't mean wiretap. He meant wiretap. Means general surveillance. There's your toaster and all that shit. It's the boogeyman. Because he hears things on TV. He reads something in, I don't know, Butt Magazine, I guess. I don't know. I doubt if he reads. The only thing he reads is those speeches that they give him to talk about in front of people. It's a great health care plan. No, it ain't. And you out there inciting your little minions and your little rallies and shit instead of, I was going to say doing presidential stuff, but that's bullshit. You don't do that. Bannon's up there doing that crap, and you just hope you don't get tangled up in all that mess. Get your name all in it. Wide definition of wiretap. Are you shitting me? Yeah, there's a wide definition of the word president, too, I reckon. Because it ain't you, shithead. He continues it on. Yeah, I said something about Molly Ivins one time. I like that girl. I miss her. But I still keep a book that she wrote. Title of that book, you know, got to stay with who brought you to the dance. But she said something one time, and I can't quote it verbatim, but in a nutshell, she meant that if we look at the whole history of our country, all the way back, all the way to the beginning of our country, when the Constitution was written, this whole story of ours is nothing but a continuous battle to try to bring the rights that the Constitution guarantees as inalienable rights to all of us. That's been the fight ever since the beginning. To try to take what it says in the Constitution and apply it to all of us. That's our story. And it continues today. Every battle we fought was for somebody to get a right that the Constitution guarantees them, and we shouldn't have to fight every damn year for it. Anyway, getting off on a tangent. Thanks to all my blue dots. Y'all remember, a blue dot in Texas, that's me. Subscribe if you can on my YouTube channel. Like and share. My son's been after me to keep saying that. Occasionally I remember. The comments, I'm reading every one of them. It takes me a little time to get back to you, so if I ain't quick, don't worry, it's coming. What more can I say? I'm getting a little flustered. Got a few things I got to do, so I reckon I'll let you go. I'm getting a little bit long-winded. So we'll see you tomorrow, because I'm sure the shit will roll out again tomorrow, and there might be another idiot. And I don't want you to think it's just Republicans. If I caught a Democrat doing that same shit, I'm going to call him out right here too. So, y'all do that. Call him out when you see him. Stand proud. To that guy that gave me a one-finger wave. Don't wear a deplorable shirt unless you want me to ask you which one you are. Because if you're wearing a deplorable shirt, she said homophobes, racists, and all them other... I'm just trying to determine which one you're claiming. So y'all wear that shirt proud, because if I see you, I'm going to ask you. To the blue dots around the world, we see your comments in there. Keep them coming, baby. We love them. In the meantime, we'll see you tomorrow. It's getting long-winded. Y'all take care. We'll see you later.